So maybe you got one of these Bauer tools, Whately batteries, or another dewalt generic, and the slide adapter stopped working. So I'm going to tear this down and show you what some things that are obvious and not so obvious with these. There's 5 screws holding it together. There's a 6th screw that's holding the meat and potatoes apart, the electrical. Once you pull it out real quick, the key things to look for is usually the wires are too thin and they're not soldered properly. You can use a $15 soldering iron. It's a 480 degree, I think it's called 480 degrees Celsius or something, centigrade soldering iron. They're $15 on eBay, and I like to use low temperature silver dope plumber's solder and no corrode flux. And with that, you'll be able to solder these massive silicon wires onto these pads. You'll also have to check to make sure on this one, where I haven't added a tremendous amount of solder, that it hasn't broken off from the PCB. So these will break off and then there'll be no connectivity. The other thing that I found that was really strange, and I had to keep chasing it until I found it, was there was a connection, there was a resistance of 10 mega ohms across these pads, because the PCB wasn't properly etched. So I took an engraving tool and engraved between these two pads until there was no connectivity between, say, here and here. It was open circuit completely. And there should be 10 kilo ohms with this resistor here. So you should see 10 kilo ohms between this pad and this pad across that resistor, but you should see no connection between these two pads. And I was getting one because the PCB was, yeah, maybe not done correctly. And then that cleared it up, because when you get some connectivity, you'll get the wrong reading off this pad at the tool, and the tool will refuse to start.